Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Kelly and this is Yaya Simple Living. So for our project today, we are going to make 5 DIY spice mixes that you are going to love, and you're never going to buy these mixes from the store again because they're so easy to make at home. So we are going to make a spicy cinnamon and sugar mix for popcorn and whatever else you want to put on it. It's like a sweet heat. We're going to make a lemon pepper. We're going to make a Everything Bagel seasoning. We're going to make a Smoky paprika mix, and we're going to make an Italian seasoning mix. So if this sounds like something that would interest you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and go ahead and smash that thumbs up button to let the algorithm know that you like my video, and make sure that you hit the bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is our Everything Bagel seasoning, and as you can see, I am almost out. So you can also add in here, if you like, you can add 2 tablespoons of dried minced onion. I am not doing that because, again, your girl is allergic to onions. So first thing we're going to start with is white sesame seeds, and I get these from Azure Standard, and we are making 3/4 of a cup for this recipe. So we're going to start with 2 tablespoons of white sesame seeds plus 2 teaspoons then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of dried minced garlic, and I'm going to use that roasted minced garlic that I got from Azure Standard this month because I wanted to try that. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons of that, and that should give it a nice little flavor booster. Then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of black sesame seeds. And 4 teaspoons of flaky salt, which I absolutely love this salt. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to add, lastly, 2 teaspoons of poppy seeds. And I have an opened thing of poppy seeds, if I can find them. Here they are. So 2 teaspoons of poppy seeds. Whoops, 1. And, fill that up. 2. And that is it. We're going to put our lid on, and we're going to mix it all up in here so everything is all well incorporated and well mixed up. And there we have it. All right, so let me get this cleaned up, and we're going to go on to our next spice mix. Alright, so our next recipe is going to be a zesty lemon pepper. And for this, we're going to need 1 teaspoon of dried lemon zest. And what I did with this is I had lemons, and I went ahead, I'm sorry, a tablespoon. I went ahead and zested the lemons and put them in my dehydrator, so I have some beautiful dried lemon zest for my cabinet. So 1 tablespoon of dried lemon zest. Then we're going to need a tablespoon of black pepper. My tablespoon won't fit in there, so let me see if my half tablespoon will. So there's 1/2 and 1. Then a teaspoon of garlic powder. A teaspoon of onion powder. And a teaspoon of salt, which is the one thing I forgot to bring over here. Okay, gonna cover this up, mix it all up in there, get everything incorporated. And there we have our zesty lemon pepper, and I have a container for it. And I do have these spice containers in my Amazon shop. And I will put the link to the Amazon shop down below in the description. And this is delicious on fish or chicken, vegetables. It is delicious. So there we have our homemade lemon pepper. Now, I do have some lemon pepper in my cabinet, and I'm going to read you guys the directions. I'm sorry, the ingredients. So salt, black pepper, citric acid, onion, sugar, garlic, calcium stearate, silicon dioxide, and calcium silicate to make free-flowing, celery seed, lemon oil, and FD&C yellow number 5 lake. Okay, gross. I don't have any colors in mine, but look, it's virtually the same without any of the dyes or colors. And there was lemon oil, but no actual lemon in the lemon pepper. So we're gonna stick with ours. Okay, then let me get this cleaned up and we'll go on to our next spice. All right, so for this, we are going to need a tablespoon of dried basil. And I am going to be using my mortar and pestle, maybe. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is get my coffee grinder out. Hold on. Okay, I think it's going to be easier to use my coffee grinder to do the leaves. So this is fresh basil that I dried out of my garden last year. Okay. And we want 1 tablespoon. Whoop. Let me get this. We want 1 tablespoon of dried basil, which is just about what this was. Yay! Yay me! Okay, so there's our basil. Then we want 1 tablespoon of dried oregano. Cover up my basil. Oops. Dried oregano is right here. And we are also going to be putting this in our coffee grinder. And we want a tablespoon of the dried oregano. Let's see if we have a tablespoon in here. Look at that, you guys. I am really good at measuring this. It's a little bit short of a tablespoon, but that's okay. And then we need a tablespoon of dried rosemary. Wait, yes. Well, let me do the thyme first. A tablespoon of dried thyme. All of these I dehydrated myself out of my garden. And that's the end of my thyme. This is kind of sticking there. And then we can just pull the stems right out because they do not grind up very well. So we'll just pull those stems out, get rid of them. I don't think we have quite a tablespoon in here, but we're going to go with what we have. About half a tablespoon. Maybe a little bit more than that. Okay. Next, we have, what is that? Oregano we did. Okay, we have rosemary. And we need a tablespoon of rosemary crushed also. Okay, I'm going to put this rosemary back in there because I don't need it right now. Okay, then we need a tablespoon of garlic powder. I'm sorry, a teaspoon of garlic powder. And half a teaspoon of black pepper. Where's my half teaspoon? Huh. I'm missing a, oh, I'll use this one. I'll have to find that. Okay, a half teaspoon of black pepper. Where's my jar? Right there. Okay, we're going to put the jar on this, put the lid on this, shake it all up. And there we have our Italian herb mix, Italian seasoning. So, let me fill my Italian seasoning jar. With our mix. It's having a hard time getting through the small hole of this funnel, but that's okay, we're going to get it. It's getting there, guys. There we go. All right, so there is our Italian seasoning mix. Look at us, moving along. Okay, so we have done our Italian herb, our zesty lemon pepper. We've done our Everything Bagel. Next up, we're going to do a smoky paprika blend. So let me get all this cleaned up and get set up for that, and we'll be back. Okay, smoky paprika blend, which is delicious on steak. It's delicious on hamburgers. It's delicious in like salads, chicken, anything you would put a smoked paprika. This gives a beautiful smoky flavor, and it's got a little bit of kick to it because it's got a little bit of cayenne, but that is optional. You can leave that out. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika. But we'll do the next one a little scant. Okay. And then we're going to do a tablespoon of garlic powder. And I think I'm done with my garlic powder now. We're going to do a teaspoon of black pepper. and a teaspoon of salt. And a half a teaspoon of cayenne. And then a teaspoon of ground cumin. Let me grab that. That's the only thing I forgot to grab. Okay, a teaspoon of ground cumin. And that also adds like a smoky flavor to it. Okay, we're going to shake this up in our little mixing jar here. And let me grab a jar to put this in. Okay, we have our jar. And we're going to put our Smoky paprika blend into our jar. All right, and there we have it. Beautiful. Look at us go. I got to put a new label on this jar. Okay, so lastly, we have a sweet and spicy cinnamon and sugar. So let me preface this with, this is, if you guys like a sweet heat, this is going to be phenomenal for making, like for Christmas. If you want to do like some mixed nuts, you just get some raw nuts, you roast them, and then you can use this mixture to give it like a sweet heat, to make a snack mix, a sweet and spicy snack mix. You can use this on popcorn. There's all kinds of different things that you can use this for. So let me get all this cleaned up, and then we're going to get started on our last spice mix. All right, we are back. So first thing is 2 tablespoons of sugar. I'm going to have to refill my sugar container here. Now you can use sugar substitute if that's what you want to do as well. And this works just fine. It's 1 for 1. Then we're going to do a tablespoon of cinnamon, and I'm going to use Ceylon cinnamon just because I really like the flavor of it. So a tablespoon of cinnamon. Get that all in there. And a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne or chili powder. I'm using cayenne. And lastly, a pinch of salt. Put the lid on this, shake it around, and there you have it. All right, guys, so there you have it. We have 5 DIY spice mixes that you can make at home and you will never buy at the store again. You can customize these spice mixes to however your taste desires. If you want more spice, you could add more cayenne. If you want more pepper in your lemon pepper, you can add more pepper. You can add more garlic powder, however you want to customize it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the recipes down below in the description. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that thumbs up icon to let the algorithm know that you enjoyed the video. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate you watching my channel, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!